What's going on, YouTube? My name is Venator, and in today's video, I'm bringing you guys episode 2 and 3 of the entire Grow series. And for those of you wondering why we're doing 2 episodes in one, well, the episode 2 turned out after I finished editing it to only be about a 15-minute video, and I know you guys are really liking the longer ones and get to see the entire Grow. So I decided to combine 2 and 3 because 3 was quite a bit longer. So overall, this should bring the video to just over an hour. So for all you guys that are following this series and watching this entire thing, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please don't forget to drop a like or comment below. Alrighty, jumping right in. We're in swamps and we are currently just getting our stamina back after narrowly escaping death. We're gonna just sit right here. Don't smell anything around us. So this should hopefully be safe to sit for a little bit. But anyway, once it's time to move, I will be back. Oh, and just hit red water. Don't want to lose any more health. We're gonna go down here to the bottom. And let's see where we're at. I know we're in the middle of the swamp, but I don't remember where I came. Okay, I thought I was further south. Okay, I guess I am right there. I have no idea, but for some reason I was thinking I was not this far north. Okay, well, I'm gonna head south then, towards the sanctuary. Maybe we get lucky and find something to eat. Hopefully don't find something that wants to eat us. After nearly getting decimated in that last session, I'm play a little more mindful, I think. You know, we're back in at low pop, afternoon time for me, so it's off hours for EU. Just gonna scare this guy real quick. Honestly, with how our hunger is, I think we're gonna try and go get that whatever I smell is rotten. Fill up my water first. If we're unlucky, we get caught by a Rex and we're dead, or a Stego, or really anything bigger. We're not that big, but low pop. I'm really trying to be more proactive on staying on top of my food, and I didn't really start out with the best diet, so trying to make up ground in that aspect of this grow. We're gonna fill up our water, and then we're just gonna send it. If anything, there is a pond over there. Oh, we got the stupid water glitch. This is when you are extremely vulnerable. Just really gotta hope there's not another croc in here. For those that don't know, this is a little honey hole in the middle of swamps, right next to the sanctuary, so it can be a good hunting spot. And not big, but not completely worthless. I mean, yeah, that was pretty good. That gave us a good little chunk. A lot of people come back to this little corner to drink. They think it's a relatively safe spot. I haven't ever really tried to grow or hunt here, but with the abundance of maybe larger and growing crops, I'm gonna hang out here since I got a decent food situation. So, but I'm gonna sit here and watch. For those that don't know, this is a great way to sit camouflage. I'm nearly invisible, yet I'm not losing water or O2. So yeah, we're just gonna sit and ambush hunt here for, see if we hear any growing herbies try and come take a drink. Maybe they're in the sanctuary, can't get something, so hopefully we get lucky, or if not, we will be leaving in short order. Alright, I'll admit I was gone, so I hope nothing came while I was gone. I went to the bathroom. Alright, we're gonna... there's some bee. think that's in the sanctuary. I think the bees will attack me. Yeah, there's no shot. I don't want to give myself away more than I already have by splashing out of the water. Little tip there: when you're trying to stealthily enter or exit the water, you can Z-walk in or out, and it makes it quieter. Now, the bigger you get, trickier it becomes, but honestly, this might be a great little hunting spot during full pop. Oh, and there we go. We just hit 50%. So, decisions. Typically here, I almost always take hypermetabolic, but just since I'm playing solo on this one, or it seems like I will be for the majority, unless I have any friends that hop over to EU, I might be playing in the ocean on this. So I think I'm gonna save that second slot for saltwater. Now, I don't have to make that decision until we're, probably above 70%, just so I don't forget the mutation, because I have done that before. Granted, that was the first mutation. I don't think we're going to have that much luck here, as is, so we're going to go back. I think we can make it in one sprint, so... That's not good. Well, now we need to get our stamina back, so we're gonna just sit right here and do so for a short time. Alright, well, we got some stamina, but unfortunately, that is all the time I have for this session, so I'm gonna take one last quick smell, see if we smell anything of note. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to call that a session. Get over here. And we're gonna log out. Sorry that it's not a longer session. It's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes, like yesterday, the previous session, not even always in a row concurrently. Got almost 2 hours yesterday, and today we didn't even make it to 30 minutes. So that's just how growing a dino goes. You just gotta take it where you can. We made it. We did hit 50%, almost 700 kilos. So hopefully next time we get in, we'll find some food and fill up those diets. And that wraps up episode 2, and we're going to jump right in to episode 3. Hello, YouTube. My name is Venator, and in today's episode 3 of our entire Deinosuchus grow, we are going to see just how far we can get. I've got a decent amount of time, so this should, if I don't die, be at least an hour-long video, unless hunger forces us off or another croc, kind of like last time. But got off work a little early, so population is still pretty high on EU, but we need food, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get that F2 going. And don't smell a single thing. All right. I don't remember where we are at. So always get your bearings before starting out any session. Okay, so we're right outside of Sanctuary. That's where I thought, but I couldn't remember for sure. And I know what you guys are thinking. It was just yesterday. How did I already forget? Well, I've slept since then, so that's how. So if I'm right, yeah, I think I need to go to the right. So we're gonna, I guess, go over. Didn't smell anything at Sanctuary, but we're not in hunger trouble yet. So we might try the south side for some body drops. Maybe there's better odds over there. It would also be nice to find a school of fish or elite fish. Oh, but we're on the... Okay. Okay, so croc spawns just opened near that baby. Always want to be careful when the croc spawns open. You never know if one of them has a bigger friend here to escort them. It's things like that that you gotta watch out for. You never know if, like we learned in the end of episode 1, you never know if there's another dino. And now, in theory, I should have all my prime requirements done. So I'm going to make a formal video on it. I don't know if it will be out before this or not, but it seems that people are pretty certain. I think it was confirmed in some of the patch notes, but if you crash, that can reset your prime requirements. So if you hit Sanctuary and get perfect diet, and then you play for 3 hours and then crash at that 3 hours and you don't go hit Sanctuary again, it doesn't count it. So this seems to be why, and I think it's the same for the zones, any requirement. So this could be what is causing such sporadic behavior on whether or not someone gets prime. Now, since I did not crash, I don't believe I crashed in the first 2 episodes, and I got my perfect diet and my Sanctuary done. That should be it. But I still use a lot of stamina, and I mean, I did hit the zones coming down here, so I still like to do extra. You don't have to. Everybody can play exactly how they want, but I'm here to show you guys how I play and my thought process. And that's that. Alright, so nothing in the Sanctuary. And another thing, so I see a lot of people, they'll come up for air and sniff when they don't know a sight line is clear. So if there's a croc down there, at least here he can't see me come up and smell for anything or getting oxygen. And I know that way is clear because I just came from that way. Ish. I mean, if a bigger one moving a lot faster comes out of nowhere. We're gonna keep heading south. Oh, now we gotta run over that. That's not great. I forget we are getting bigger. Okay, I don't like that. Let's see what happens. Oh. Okay, so I can see their chats, but I don't know if they're right, left, or behind me. Nor how big they are. I feel like I would say odds are good. They're small since the spawn did just open, but you just never... Careful, 2 babies trying to kill me. Okay, well, I guess that pretty much confirms it then. Yes, I know. We are making a circle. That's a bigger one. Okay. Don't like that one bit. Now, that guy didn't seem like he was going to attack me, but you just can't ever be too careful. And that could have he could have just been low stam, and as soon as I bolt, knows that he's not going to have the stamina to actually catch me. Could be he was full. You just never know. And, you know, I mean, I could have tried to befriend him, but I'm not sure. Like, he had to have come behind me because I just cleared that area. So he might have seen me, and he might have been hunting me. He might have been trying to catch me and was out of stamina. But either way, I don't like that. So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here because I need food. But it seems like plenty of other big gators are thinking the same thing. So population is dropping pretty quick. Let's check the... So I always do this. The more information you have, the better. Okay? You know. So let's come over here. Overall, the Deinosuchus population is pretty high. Pretty high. Now, as you can see, it's not as high as it could be. Normally this bar, it's normally higher. You know, I mean, let's see. So yeah, it was just unlocked about 10 minutes ago. And yeah, that's about one unlock. So at least while I've been on, it looks like. Going back to the game inspector. I would hope that most of these primes are not in swamps. That guy wasn't the largest, but either way, wasn't gonna risk it. Another cool thing the Petits has is you can come over here and hit GPS. And if you were Patreon, or actually I think they made it available to everybody. So this is another form of map you can use. What my current plan, I'm thinking, oh, and it's cool. They actually show kind of the channels really in depth. I haven't noticed that. That's new. That was really cool. Anyway, I might try and make it out here to these islands. So these sections are where you can get a skin. I've been told that there's tends to be drops out here, so might try and get the saltwater mutation and make my way out there, but I don't really want to have to get it at estuary. So the estuary right here, this is the dangerous the really dangerous spot to try and get salt water. But we might just risk it. I didn't really want to have to risk anything this early, but that bigger croc roaming around where I was trying to scavenge. I mean, honestly, I think what we'll do now that my stamina is back. Golly, look how fast my hunger's dropping. That's already at 30%. Yeah. I think I'm gonna dip south and try and make a loop, see if I find anything. If not, I'll log. If we get down to reddish hunger or the 5% range, then I just last resort is I will log and relog until I log in and smell something on land or on water, and I will try and get it. See if the live map. Yeah, so I want to go right. That's pretty useful. See, even I don't have swamps completely memorized. It is a maze down here. Now, maybe that guy wasn't as bigger than me than I thought, but off first glance, he, you know, looking at me, we could have been comparable, but that's just a risk each of you have to weigh yourselves, and if I was starving, I might feel like it, but I just wasn't ready to die yet. Because see, this is where the croc life will get you. How drastic of a decision do you need to make to survive? Fighting a potentially bigger croc is a pretty sure path to death. Unless you just play it really well and they do not. I mean, it happens. Trust me, I've been on both sides of it. I've played very poorly and died, and I've played exceptionally well and won some fights that any other day I would have lost. Now, see, I smell something over there. Ooh, that's probably quite a bit on land. Yeah, maybe fish only spawn in East Lake, or maybe they're broken again. I've only seen, I think, like one school of fish, maybe two. See, now my stamina is dropping quite a bit faster. I'm getting into the easy snack size, I call it. But at least the larger you get, the better your vision gets. I need to go play the horde test. I heard the vision changed. Which maybe... not sure on the frequency that I'll release these, so being the third episode, who knows? I might already have a horde test video out. But if not, I do promise it's on the list. It's just very difficult for me to commit to the time to play the horde test when there's just so many things that could go wrong. They wipe the servers constantly for new updates. You never know when one is coming. It could be 2 days, a week, or 2 weeks, but eventually they get wiped. So if I take a weekend, make a weekend out of it, and try and grow one, I'm just as liable to die from a hacker, an overpacker. I mean, 100 players, there's just a lack of food. I mean, I think AI works, so you never know, but oh, there's something rotten. Okay. We gotta go for these. No choice. No choice. If it's rotten now, it's probably an AI. And we're just gonna hope that there's no wrecks still hanging around it. Hey, little croc. I can't see. Am I going crazy, or was something just poking that while I was eating it? I'm not going insane, am I? Maybe I am. Like ghost croc. Oh. And then a deer dropped right there. Okay. Nope. I'm not gonna wait for it to rot. I just need food. Okay. Glad I came south. Maybe that is whatever rotten. Maybe there's another drop. I'm gonna go see. I do need to be mindful because I have 100% seen other crocs over here. I've featured it a few times, so. I apologize to all those out there if I feature a spot that you really like and then it suddenly gets really popular. That is an unfortunate side effect. Whoa. Okay, it's a Maya. He can't kill me, but all right. If I was small enough that I could have stripped pieces off that deer, that would have been ideal. But man, my diets are struggling. This grow is looking like it might be longer than 6 hours to get to adult. 56% growth is not good, but it's better than starving to death. And I will say, for all of you that feel like you're struggling with Deinosuchus and growing one, let me be the first to tell you, Deinosuchus is probably in the worst state it has been since I started playing the game. With the addition of Rex and Aloe, herbivores congregate so much less frequently together than they used to, especially around water and in the open. Now that there's carnivores that can actively hunt them on land, food has gotten a lot more difficult for the Deinosuchus, especially when you combine that with the broken AI. Hence why we have body drops. Love it or hate it, that's just the way it is right now, so it's the way I have to play. But an age ago, when the server population cap was only at 250, 200, you know, before we got into these days of the 300, 350, 400, 450, before we know it, we'll be at 500 and 550, I'm sure. But before those days, AI actually worked fairly well, and growing a Deinosuchus used to be a lot easier. And because of the food such a problem, that just makes cannibalism such a better option, or more attractive option. Like, I mean, if I was starving, I was gonna have to attack that guy. But anyway, since we're okay on food now, and our diets being so low, we're not growing the fastest, that at least does give us longer to find meals. Really, my only hope can be that, you know, maybe that guy, well, the population's kind of gone back up to 350. Only hope is that that guy moves on. So I really kind of wanted to hunt around Sanctuary. Anyway, I need to go to the bathroom real quick. So I'm gonna pop under this bush right here. Position myself such. And yeah, I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Was gone for quite a bit. Oh my god, there's something right next to me. Sorry, dude. I was gone longer than I expected, and well, you just came right next to me. That's bad luck. I think that was actually a guy that said, oh, rip. Well, T, if you see this, I'm sorry, my man. But your life went to a good cause, and I'm sure you will get another Deinosuchus unlock. All right. Now, normally I don't kill very small crocs, but unfortunately for that fella, I just could not pass up the food. I needed a buffer to find more. Because, yeah, population is dropping. So, what are we going to do next? Well, we are going to keep heading up this channel, and then we'll make our way over here and see if we find more food, bigger crocs, or if maybe we can get salt water. I'm to the size now, my vision's starting to improve, so I'll at least have a touch more warning. But it's just still very risky to go to estuary at such a grabbable size. I mean, it just takes a 3-ton croc or above, and I'm toast. Not even 3 tons. It's gotta be like 2 tons. But since I got that smaller dino and whatever he was eating, I'm now in no hurry. I can play this nice and safe. Hope that that guy doesn't have a friend. And honestly, since I'm making pretty good progress on these, I might just release these concurrently, day after day, for like an entire week. Nah, I don't know. I'll probably stick to my normal release schedule. I might just start throwing these in guaranteed like every Wednesday, and then I'll kind of keep my normal video schedules, Rex and whatnot, going on Saturday. I've been playing quite a bit of Rex, so I'm excited to share some of that with you guys. I've grown one on Bosch's server, and I've got a second one going on there on the Bosch 2, and then Bosch, they're actually about to open their 3rd server, and I'll probably get a Deinosuchus going on there. Still got my Rexes on Petits. This is I had a free slot on the EU server, and I figured, you know, Petits is a lot of people play on it, and I mean, you can apply this growing strategy to really any server. I just wanted to do it on Petits. I felt like that was the best place to do a entire solo grow. I will say there's a lot more duos on Bosch's server. Seems like most of my run-ins I've had so far have been by other lone solo growing crocs. Okay, so we got something rotten over there. I did hear a bigger dino call, so honestly, I don't know what those things were back there, but we could let those rot. I don't know how long it'll take. We'll go explore what that rotted one is, and then maybe we double back. Oh my goodness, is that what I think it is? An elite fish. I might be the luckiest croc on the planet. Oh my gosh. We might be staying here. Maybe this is the spot. I haven't been here in ages, but hey. I feel like I just hit the lottery. Oh man, and I'm still small enough where it actually makes a decent impact. 25%. That was definitely a 0. %70 food. We're chilling now. Now we can just sit here and maybe let that those rotting over there, but we do need to dye it actually, and this is pretty close, so we're gonna go for that. I'm really nervous. I heard another croc call not too long ago, and don't know if he's in range of whatever this is. Small. Man, this is a good little hiding spot. Make a mental note. If you've watched this far, then I mean, hey, you absolutely deserve the insider knowledge. So if you guys make a note of that, I'm definitely gonna try and remember that. I honestly don't come through this side of swamps that often, so I mean that's about right here, right? Oh nope, just past that actually. So this little honey hole here, I can get the coordinates. Sorry about that. Yep, there we go. So for those of you that are kind of keeping tabs at the places I go to or hang out at, add this one to the spot. I will definitely be coming back here to grow. Although that could have just been something really random and not happen again. I mean, knowing this game. But I always try and make a mental note where I find any elite fish on this server. I've found several in East Lake, and I think that's the first one I've found outside of East Lake, personally. And now, honestly, we're just gonna hang out. Not sure how much longer I will have to play. Could be 5 minutes, or could be maybe another 10 to 20. I'm not sure, but I will be having to get off shortly. And honestly, since my food situation is good, I don't see any reason to move on at this point. Once that rots, I could head back that direction if anything's there. We've made good progress though. We're getting larger, albeit extremely slowly, about half the normal speed. So that's not great. And that's another reason for cannibalism. I mean, it's diet. And if you kill another, oftentimes when you're this size, I'm not big enough to grab of anything of note. Another croc that weighs 800 kilos, that's gonna fill me up, and the organs will get my diets high, and that's the name of the game, is growing as fast as possible. Obviously, it's good to show mercy and be nice where you can, but that just is not the best way to grow a Deinosuchus, unfortunately. If whatever that is comes near, I might be able to get it. I guess I can move on. I know I said I wouldn't risk it, but it's not fun to sit in one spot at your computer. When I do a lot of the sitting and not moving, a lot of times I step away and do something else. Shoot, sometimes I'll go do stuff around the house while I sit and grow. Most of the time just while I'm small though, because if you die while you're small, it's not really a ton lost. Once I get to this size, once I hit 2 tons, I try and be a little more attentive. I mean, at this point, we've gotten a good series out of it. I think a lot of people are very curious on the starting to, 70% range. I think once people start consistently getting larger, they have a bit easier of a time. I've been getting a lot of questions about this starting life, the 50% range or to the 65% range where you start picking up weight. So this will at least cover that and hopefully give a good idea of how I grow a croc. Now, popping up in the middle of lakes like this for everyone to see, not the wisest, but I thought, could have swore that one of those pieces of meat was south of where we were. Did I not go south? Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, then we will head back north. Now, maybe it's further south than I thought. Still. Who knows? Something might have eaten it. I would imagine there's a few growing Rexes on. Same strategy for Rex kind of applies to Dino. Grow on low pop when you're small. That's what I'm doing on my twice entombed Rex currently. No elite fish. Still a great spot to hide. I love those underwater trees. Also, for those that don't know, zooming in does help you see better. That was a small stego. Wonder if they're stuck out there. I don't know if that connects. Actually, I think it does. Probably not even big enough to grab them if they went in the water. Oh, they're right there actually. Alrighty, well, that is where we are gonna call this session. You guys are really getting your worth out of this because I am just abysmally growing this. My diets are just horrendous. Hopefully though, honest plan might be to let the hunger drop and then, let's see, I can't really play early either day this weekend. Now, might be able to see, my goal would be to get on the weekend while there's a lot of people on and maybe do some hunting or get another croc, but it is just tough growing it out here alone in swamps, diet-wise. I might have to risk Delta. See, it's like that guy in swamps that came heads up with me. If he had stamina, I was an easy meal if he was actually bigger than me. Alright, one last look, see where we're at. Alright. This is a good spot. Gives us the option to either go back south over to the middle in the sanctuary or leave swamp next time. Maybe if I get on during high pop, we come back over into this little pond where we did some hunting. I don't know, but that is where I'm going to call this session. So, and that's where we're going to call it for episode 2 and episode 3 combined into one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will pick this up next week with episode 4. And there'll be a little bit more action in that, so that is something to definitely look forward to, and we will finally leave swamps. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all next time, and happy hunting.